Imagine having the extraordinary ability to dominate someone's thoughts without them even realizing it. Picture yourself effortlessly occupying their mind, not through desperate gestures, constant attention-seeking, or begging for their time, but simply by existing in their thoughts persistently. What if you could hold this power to make them think of you continuously without lifting a finger or saying a word? It may sound almost magical, yet it's rooted in something much more real: influence. This type of power doesn't rely on control, manipulation, or obvious tactics. It's about subtlety, about mastering the art of creating a magnetic presence that draws their focus towards you, all on its own. In today's video, we explore this fascinating concept, grounded in the principles of dark psychology and Stoicism. Two powerful tools that have helped countless individuals shape their reality. But be warned, while these techniques can give you the ability to make anyone obsess over you, they also come with great responsibility. As you'll see, mastering this art is not just about gaining control over others, but also understanding why it's crucial to use this knowledge wisely. Stick around until the end, because the 10 tricks we reveal will change the way you think about attraction forever. 1. The mystery factor. The mystery factor is one of the most powerful tools you can use to captivate someone's attention and make them obsess over you. It's that intriguing aura that surrounds you, something that makes others want to know more about you, but never quite being able to fully figure you out. It's the art of remaining elusive and unpredictable, allowing others to feel a sense of curiosity that constantly draws them in. People are naturally attracted to mystery because it stimulates their imagination and fuels their desire to uncover more. When you're too predictable, too available, or too transparent, the spark of interest can quickly fade. But when you embrace the mystery factor, you create an emotional void that others feel compelled to fill. They'll find themselves thinking about you long after interactions, replaying moments in their mind, trying to decipher who you truly are. This creates an emotional pull that they can't resist. The key is balance, being open enough to let them get a glimpse into your world, but never revealing everything. Keep certain aspects of yourself hidden, and they'll become addicted to the quest of unraveling your layers. When used wisely, the mystery factor makes you unforgettable, leaving others obsessed with discovering the next piece of the puzzle. 2. The power of absence. The power of absence is one of the most profound and often overlooked strategies when it comes to influence and attraction. It's not about being physically distant for the sake of avoiding someone. It's about strategically creating space and time where your presence is no longer guaranteed. When you remove yourself from someone's immediate world, you trigger an intriguing psychological shift. Suddenly, they begin to notice your absence, and with that absence comes a deep sense of longing. This longing can grow exponentially, as human nature tends to amplify the things it feels it might lose. The key here is the principle of scarcity. When something becomes rare, its value skyrockets, and people are naturally drawn to chase what they can't easily have. By stepping back and allowing this space to unfold, you create a magnetic pull. People can't help but be intrigued by your unpredictability and the sense that they might lose you. This tactic isn't about being cold or distant for the sake of manipulation, but about taking control of your own time and energy, which in turn makes you more desirable. The absence doesn't just make them miss you, it makes them want to possess you. 3. Plant subtle emotional triggers. One of the most powerful ways to make someone think about you non-stop is by planting subtle emotional triggers that resonate deeply with them. These triggers are often tied to their core desires, insecurities, or hidden feelings, things they may not even realize are affecting them. When you subtly tap into these emotions, you create a bond that lingers in their mind, making them unconsciously fixate on you. For example, you can evoke a sense of longing or nostalgia by reminding them of a time when they felt truly understood or loved, even if it's in a fleeting moment. It could be through a shared memory, a specific scent, or even a certain phrase that brings up feelings of warmth and connection. These triggers don't have to be dramatic or obvious, they just need to be carefully placed, so they resonate when the person least expects it. Another powerful emotional trigger is vulnerability. People are naturally drawn to those who show a deeper, more authentic side of themselves. When you allow moments of vulnerability, whether through small confessions or sharing personal experiences, it creates a sense of closeness that makes them feel emotionally invested. The key is subtlety. Trigger emotions without overtly forcing the reaction, and you'll become the object of their thoughts long after the interaction ends. 4. Master non-reaction. Mastering non-reaction is one of the most powerful skills you can develop, especially when it comes to relationships, attraction, and influence. In a world where emotions often drive decisions and actions, learning to control your reactions puts you in the driver's seat. When you don't immediately react to provocations, whether from people or situations, you signal strength and control. It creates an aura of calm and mystery, making others wonder what's going on inside your mind. The key to non-reaction is the ability to observe without becoming emotionally involved. Instead of reacting to every little comment, criticism, or pushback, you maintain your inner peace, choosing to respond from a place of rationality and purpose. By practicing non-reaction, you don't just avoid unnecessary conflict, you also avoid giving away your emotional power. When you react impulsively, you give someone else control over your emotions, letting them dictate your state of mind. But when you remain calm and composed, you stay in control, and people start to notice your emotional strength. This skill makes you less predictable, more attractive, and ultimately more powerful. Mastering non-reaction isn't about ignoring the world around you. It's about choosing how you engage with it, elevating your emotional intelligence to a level where you become an irresistible force. 5. Mirror their desires. One of the most powerful techniques to create an irresistible connection is to mirror their desires. This concept is rooted in the psychological principle of rapport building, where you subtly reflect the emotions, values, and goals of the person you're interacting with. When you mirror someone's desires, you tap into what they deeply crave and align yourself with their needs, making you appear as if you're the perfect match for them. But this isn't about being fake or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about understanding their deepest motivations and showing them that you recognize and support those aspirations. People are drawn to others who seem to get them, who intuitively understand what they want and why they want it. When you mirror these desires, you signal that you are in sync with their emotional wavelength, creating an immediate sense of trust and attraction. The power of this technique lies in its subtlety. It's not about directly imitating someone, but rather reflecting their values and desires through your actions and words. For example, if someone values independence, demonstrate your own self-reliance. If they seek adventure, show your adventurous side. When you mirror their desires in this way, they begin to feel a deep, almost magnetic pull toward you. 6. Leverage scarcity. One of the most powerful psychological principles you can use to spark desire and make someone obsess over you is leveraging scarcity. Scarcity plays on the human tendency to value things more when they are in limited supply. When something appears to be rare or hard to attain, it automatically becomes more desirable. This is the essence of scarcity. It creates a sense of urgency and a fear of missing out, compelling the other person to want it, or in this case, you, even more. To apply this in your interactions, you don't need to disappear entirely, but rather, you need to make your presence feel valuable and limited. This can be done by not always being readily available. Avoid the temptation to be overly accessible or constantly present in someone's life. Instead, make your moments of interaction meaningful and spaced out. By doing this, you increase the perceived value of your time and attention, making it something they'll long for whenever it's not available. Another approach is to highlight your own worth by showcasing your skills, achievements or experiences, but in a way that hints at how exclusive and rare they are. By creating this sense of rarity around yourself, you force the other person to start viewing you through the lens of scarcity, making them want to possess your attention, affection, or approval more than ever. 7. Use the power of silence. Silence is one of the most powerful tools in human interaction, yet it is often overlooked. When used strategically, silence can communicate more than words ever could. In a world where everyone is constantly talking, texting, and seeking attention, silence creates a magnetic pull. It's not about avoiding communication, but about using quiet moments to your advantage. By embracing silence, you create an aura of mystery that draws people in. It leaves them wondering about your thoughts, intentions, and what's happening beneath the surface. In relationships, silence can be particularly effective. When you stop chasing or bombarding someone with messages and instead create space, it shifts the dynamic. People tend to appreciate what they can't easily have, and by retreating into silence, you signal that you are not desperate for their validation or attention. This makes you appear more self-assured and in control, which in turn makes you more attractive. Moreover, silence allows you to regain emotional control and detach from the outcome. It gives you the power to observe without reacting, to stay calm and composed even when others may be scrambling for your attention. Mastering the power of silence is not just about speaking less. It's about letting your presence be felt without uttering a word. 8. Create positive associations. Creating positive associations is one of the most powerful techniques for influencing how others perceive you and think about you. This concept is deeply rooted in psychology, where we tend to remember experiences that are linked to positive emotions or sensations. By associating yourself with positive feelings, you become someone who brings joy, comfort, or excitement into their life, which makes them naturally drawn to you. One of the simplest ways to create positive associations is by being present during good moments, when they are experiencing happiness, success, or relaxation. By sharing these moments with them, you attach your presence to the good feelings they already have. Over time, every time they think of you, they will subconsciously connect those thoughts with happiness and warmth. You can also create positive associations through consistency. If you are always there when they need support, encouragement, or just a positive outlook, they'll begin to associate your presence with trust and stability. Small gestures, like making someone laugh during a tough moment, or being the person who listens without judgment, can help create these lasting associations. The key is to be genuine in your efforts, as people can sense authenticity. When you consistently bring positivity into their life, they'll start to look to you, not just for companionship, but for that uplifting energy you provide. 9. Surprise them with unpredictability. One of the most powerful ways to capture someone's attention and make them constantly think about you is by introducing an element of unpredictability into your interactions. Humans are wired to pay attention to the unexpected. We are naturally drawn to what we can't predict, and this intrigue creates a lasting impression. If you always behave the same way, follow a predictable routine, or respond in expected ways, people can easily lose interest. But when you surprise them, when you throw in something unexpected, whether it's a spontaneous action, a sudden change in behavior, or an unconventional response, it sparks their curiosity and keeps them wondering what you'll do next. This unpredictability doesn't mean being erratic or unpredictable for the sake of it. It's about subtly breaking patterns and introducing surprises that keep the other person on their toes, always engaged and intrigued by your presence. Maybe it's a surprise compliment, a thoughtful gesture they didn't see coming, or a mysterious, playful response that leaves them wondering. This keeps them hooked, because they begin to realize that with you, they never quite know what to expect next, making you irresistible in their mind. Mastering unpredictability can create a thrilling dynamic that makes them crave your attention and presence even more. 10. Withdraw after moments of intensity. This is a powerful psychological technique. After sharing an intense or meaningful moment, withdraw slightly. This contrast between closeness and distance creates a craving for your presence. They'll replay the high points in their mind, wondering why you pulled away. These 10 dark psychology tricks are not just about manipulation. They're about understanding human behavior and mastering your own stoic discipline. Use them wisely and ethically. If you found these insights valuable, hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to Mindful Stoicism for more strategies to master yourself and your relationships. Remember, the true power lies in knowing when to act and when to let your silence speak for itself.